Grand Rising, heathens. Grand Rising. We down here on 3rd and Townsend. I wanted to swing by and check out the streets they repaved. Going towards Westfist Sports Complex down there. This Townsend Street. Remember the streets had buckled? I was complaining about the streets being fucked up. Well, behold, they fixed the streets, y'all. They fixed the streets right here on 3rd and Townsend. Whereas though the streets was buckling right there in the middle. But as y'all can see, new stripes, solid colors on the other side, across the street. But like I was out criticizing how the streets was buckling, and it can cause more destruction if they didn't get out and fix the streets. Well, behold, the streets is fixed, y'all. The street is fixed. Not the whole street, but the major part that was buckling all right there and shit. In the streets and shit. You know what I'm saying? So that shit fixed. And the work that they had did leading down the Westfist Sports Complex, I must come back and revisit the street because we criticized it of buckling. Now we gotta be a true journalist and report that the street is fixed. The street that was buckled is fixed. All right, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, this street was buckled, it's fixed, and it was right here on 3rd and Townsend. The motherfucking street was buckled right there. But what I want to talk about this morning, I wanted to get out. I point out different shit. But at the same goddamn time, you got to be a balanced journalist. You got to report the news balanced. You can't be biased. You got to report it and make sure, you understand me? But like I said, y'all, it's 6 a.m. Friday morning. I just wanted to get out, do a little quick walk, exercise. Said opposed to heat up again. We in our 5th, 6th heat wave. 5th. And yeah, we just out. And I most definitely wanted to talk about the SEPTA closures, the teacher strike that's coming up, the hospitals that closed in Delaware County. Let's talk about it, y'all, this morning. And we ain't biased, y'all. We're gonna report the facts. Now, y'all notice, and I've been saying this shit, y'all, for a long time. Sanctuary cities, right? In Delaware County, then they're flipped as a sanctuary city. And y'all wondering where all the funding went at? Let's keep it funky. Let's have a conversation, y'all. Let's have a conversation. Y'all wonder why all the funding dried up. Huh? I'll tell you why if you don't know. And the people you elected, ain't gonna tell y'all why the money dried up. They're gonna try to play the blame game. This is when they start playing the blame game. And they start playing in y'all face. Facts. They playing in y'all face. This is what they known to do. Play in the people's face that elected these motherfuckers, y'all. Now it's time that the people y'all elected play in y'all face. Huh? What do you mean? Why I point up there to them airplanes? Because they was flying them fucking foreigners in from Afghanistan. in Ukraine first class on those airplanes. I'm going to remind y'all, for those who mind kind of slip out your head from that Jab 19 I keep telling y'all about, that's causing all of y'all to go out here and do reckless activity. Yup, they had a plan to replace who? American people, not only the American people, but niggas in these sanctuary cities. They had a big meeting. All these high politicians behind the people's back. They had a plan, right? And they still pushing that plan. They still pushing the plan and playing the blame game. You understand me? They still trying to push their agenda by wiping out half the American people. And not only the American people, we talking African Americans at this point. The same people y'all elected in those positions are the same motherfuckers that been selling y'all out. To this day, they still capping and try to have you cap for your own demise, right? Try to have you capping for your own demise, talking about blaming everything on President Donald Trump. Still playing the blame game. The faggot ass Hakeem Jeffers and all them motherfucking losers, man. All them fucking losers, man. He reading off a script. The T-Move Obama ass nigga. Talking about Hakeem Jeffers, man. That nigga need to be fucked up, y'all. Straight up, that nigga ever come in the community and shit in the hood. Whereas Negroes, nigga, you gonna get your ass whipped, nigga. All you motherfucking sellout ass niggas in Congress and in the House. We got something for you motherfuckers. Facts. Facts, goddammit. Better not never catch you on a motherfucking dark street by yourself with a flat tire, goddammit. You better not never run out of gas. None of you Congress motherfuckers that been selling niggas out. Facts. Cause there's something waiting for y'all. God damn it. The same way y'all sold us out, god damn it, we gonna sell you out. The same way, god damn it. But anyway, y'all wondering why all the money got dried up? Because they was gonna replace y'all with these illegal migrants. They was flying in here first class. Right? Flying them in here first class on the American people back, tax dollars back. And had a plan to replace niggas and American people. If you look around in most of these sanctuary cities though, you see a lot of Mexicans and shit doing a lot of work, man. Like the work that niggas should be doing. Fixing up cribs. They had trade schools for niggas to get a trade and do the work that these Mexicans are doing now. That they supported and they funded. They funded these Mexicans, y'all, these illegal migrants, to come in here and do what they doing. And if you look around in most of these sanctuary cities, especially the real low poor sanctuary cities, and I'm gonna say it like Chester, you got more like probably like Sharon Hill, around Delaware County. You'll see in these very poor, low sanctuary cities, you'll see a lot of Mexicans. You'll see a lot of Mexicans working on a lot of houses, right, that been abandoned for a minute. Whereas though they giving this work to these Mexicans, these illegal migrants. They giving all the work to them, stalling out the American people. Not only the American people, but niggas, y'all. Y'all gotta pay attention. I know y'all don't want to admit the shit, but it's the truth, y'all. All this work that was done down here was done by half Mexicans, y'all. They didn't give the people of this city the opportunity to earn some money by fixing up a project in their own community. Nah, they let these foreigners come in with their companies and make money off the people's back that's in need of jobs in Chester. The same way they did with the trash cans. They didn't let our babies get first opportunities on passing out them trash cans, y'all. They let these illegal migrants come in Chester and pass out them motherfucking trash cans, y'all. And no one was held accountable about that shit. And to this day, it's business as usual, y'all. All this work that was done down here, how many people from Chester had something to do with this project that actually lives in Chester? You see what I'm saying? This was funded by Joe Biden bipartisan project. For those who don't know, I'll show you. You wondering where the funds went at? That y'all don't got no funds for SEPTA? Y'all ain't had no funds for the hospitals that closed down in Delaware County? Y'all don't got no funds for the teachers now? Y'all don't got no funds for no one because y'all gave the funds to these illegal migrants. That's where all the funding went at, ladies and gentlemen. In all these sanctuary cities. It's falling like a motherfucker, y'all. Here, go here. This project was funded by President Joe Biden, bipartisan infrastructure law, investing in America. Yeah, investing in America. But the work that was done, foreigners did the work. The American people ain't getting none of this work. You understand me? And it's a lot of projects in Chester, whereas though the Chester residents ain't getting no opportunity to get a job, to make some money. During them 4 years, the infrastructure program was in effect. They was letting these illegal migrants do this work, y'all. This was the plan. You understand me? This was the plan. And that's a fact. You understand me? So you ask yourself where the money went at, why it dried up, and then they gonna try to play the blame game. Oh, Donald Trump ain't. Nah. Y'all sanctuary cities that was involved in that Joe Biden bipartisan infrastructure bullshit. Whereas though y'all was spending money on these illegal migrants. The gig is up, I told y'all. And for those who don't know, I'ma bring it to you. You understand me? That's being lied to. They still put a battery in your back to try to make it seem that it's Donald Trump's fault. Nah, it's not President Donald Trump's fault. It's not his fault. It's the people y'all elected in these sanctuary cities fault. You understand me? That ain't nobody hold them accountable. No one hold them accountable. And it's business as usual in these sanctuary cities, y'all. They was flying them motherfuckers in first class, y'all. During the time 4 years ago, I was down here recording this shit. It was planes coming in, like how this plane is now. It was planes coming in, ladies and gentlemen, what I'm telling y'all. It was planes coming in back to back around the time 4 years ago. When they was flying them motherfucking illegal migrants and those motherfuckers from Afghanistan, right? And the motherfuckers from Ukraine, first class. The Philadelphia airport. They was flying them motherfuckers in first class, y'all. That's a fact. But the channel I had up, YouTube be on some fuck shit like they on some fuck shit now because it's election time. And then once you start spilling their little bullshit ass lies, they'll start looking for shit to flag your motherfucking channel. Like these motherfuckers flag my channel, ladies and gentlemen. They flag my main channel. Like I said, I got about 100 of these City of Chester channels, right? Every time they take one, I'll bring 10 back. So what happened was I put up a thumbnail. Do I got the thumbnail on me? Let me show y'all something. Let me show y'all the thumbnail I put up. And these some bitches flagged me for nudity. Right? And you see these girls on here down there naked. I got a video I got posted up of the shorty twerking, cleavage everywhere. You understand me? Cleavage everywhere. And these motherfuckers don't get flagged. They don't get no strike. They gave me a strike, ladies and gentlemen, for a thumbnail that they said was nudity, which is not nudity because the Baphomet is their master. See that? The Baphomet is their master, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna show y'all what they flagged me for. I'm gonna show y'all. They hit me with a motherfucking a strike for. I'm gonna show y'all. It had something to do with this mook. Y'all remember that mook, right? Up Philadelphia, messing with them kids, the transgender. I had this mook face on there. Who else I have on there? I had their puppet master, George Soros' face on there. Right? And I had the Baphomet, which is their ringleader. I had the Baphomet with Cheryl Parker head on the shoulders. And these motherfuckers said, it was something like that, y'all. It was something like that. See that? And they said that was a motherfucking violation of YouTube policies. But it goes to show you, ladies and gentlemen, when you hitting hard, right? When you hitting hard like that, they do shit like that around election time. Because they don't want the peoples to know the truth. They want the peoples to stay in Disneyland. You feel me? They want the peoples to stay in Disneyland, goddammit. Well, guess what, y'all? I'm here to let y'all know that money got dried up for the simple fact that they was investing into these illegal migrants. That's why. That's why the money dried up, y'all. They was investing into these illegal migrants. They shut down the hospitals in Delaware County. They said people gonna die, right? It's not funny, but it's more sad than anything that your own peoples don't have no funding to keep a hospital open in Delaware County. That's known to have 3 full hospitals in Delaware County, boiled down to no hospitals running in Delaware County, but Riddle Memorial Hospital. Now, no funding for SEPTA. We know where the funding went at. On these illegal migrants that y'all still out here capping for. Y'all capping and talking about the money dried up. Y'all went to the Senate. The Senate gonna play the blame game. Oh, it's Donald Trump. It's President Donald Trump. He ain't giving us no funding. Get the fuck out of here. Y'all had all the funding in the world when y'all was in power. God damn it, to fund projects, just like the Joe Biden bipartisan project. So don't say y'all didn't have the money. Y'all was wasting it on shit like that. A pond in the middle of a park. Millions of dollars, taxpayer dollars on some bullshit. That's not benefiting the peoples at all. God damn it, they ain't even got a name brand market in their city. But anyway, y'all wondering where all that funding went at? The funding went on these illegal migrants that they still capping for, y'all. They heavily invested into these illegal migrants, y'all. So they're gonna be fighting, talking shit and slandering President Donald Trump for 4 years. Listen to me. 4 years until the next election come around. Hoping that the American people will elect them again. They won't. We seen their hand. We seen their playbook. Trash. Seen their playbook, trash. Them motherfuckers was in control. Everything closed down around us. From hospitals to motherfucking septic stations to teachers now going on strike. Once again, in Philadelphia, sanctuary city, everybody got on red. Once again, the Cheryl Parker bullshit. Throwing up the one finger, except the train right there. Throwing up the one finger, the one Philly shit. And they all got on the red shirts. The George Soros, sorority, fools, followers that's capping for their own demise, and people don't even realize the people y'all elected are selling y'all the fuck out. Big time. Selling y'all out like a motherfucker. Know what I mean? But yet, they want your vote. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here with that shit. Do they got some signs up over here when they gonna shut this down? Huh? Huh? Is that a sign right there? So Holland Avenue, bro. And they shutting transportation down where peoples depend on SEPTA for transportation. The elderly, they talking about Trump taking Social Security. Nah. It's you sanctuary Democrats that's fucking everything up. And y'all hand been exposed, and we see the outcome of that shit. You understand me? Good morning. Do they supposed to close one of these down too when they shut them down? Yeah.
They still, I guess it's still they're still talking about it. I thought it was, the decision was supposed to be made by yesterday, but I'm asking the conductor on the train and it's still like
Dang.
down. But y'all, this is one of the lines.
Oh man, we need this here. Yeah. Have a good one, baby. All right. Shutting that joint down, man. That's one right there on Holland Avenue. And that's the main train station through Chester, y'all. That the people depend on. See the young lady out there? Nice looking young lady too. Out there waiting for the train. And they shutting him down. The funding dried up. We know where the funding went at, y'all. Funding ain't dry up. We know where it went at. They just wasted it on their investment. Which King Trump came in and flipped the whole goddamn table. You understand me? Flipped the whole goddamn table. That's what happened. So now they still out here capping, telling you and me Donald Trump is the problem. Nah, he ain't the problem. Y'all Democrats was the problem. That's who was the problem. And y'all still are the problem. Out here capping. Talking about money dried up. We see why it dried up. Y'all gave these motherfucking illegal migrants millions and then billions of dollars to bring these motherfuckers over here. And y'all wondering why the money dried up. God damn it. We see where it's at. We see where the motherfucking money went at. God damn it. Shit, you gotta be a motherfucking blind man to see what's going on. God damn it. Ray Charles and Stevie Wonder see what the fuck is going on. God damn it. Fuck y'all talking about. We see where the bread went at. God damn it, that shit dried up now. Y'all trying to get more funding to keep funding these motherfucking illegal migrants. That's what y'all trying to do. Let's just keep it all the way funky. You know what I'm saying? Let's stop lying to the peoples. Let's keep it all the way funky with the peoples. Tell the peoples y'all looking for more funding so y'all can get to these illegal migrants. And that shit drying up. That's what happened. You understand what I'm saying, people? For those who don't know, I'm telling you what it is. These motherfuckers set these illegal migrants up and all types of immigrants, migrants, whatever you want to call them. They said, fuck the American people. Now that the money dried up, hospitals closed down, sanctuary cities look like this, right? Sanctuary cities look like that. SEPTA closing. SEPTA closing. Motherfucking, the teachers going on strike with this Cheryl Parker bullshit up in Philly. And that's going to trickle down, and all because of who? Democrat ran policies in cities, sanctuary cities, that was defending these illegal migrants to the fullest. All the way up until now, y'all. They still capping for them, y'all. Still capping for them. Notice of public sale. People losing their cribs and shit. Lost their businesses and all types of shit. Fucking with these motherfuckers, y'all. And that's a fact. But these the people y'all elect. Y'all don't hold them accountable, y'all. Democrats sold y'all out, y'all. They sold y'all out for them illegal migrants, and now all the funding ran out, and they not getting funded. Lot for sale. A lot of people losing their shit, y'all. Lots, property, all types of shit. Fucking around. You understand me? So who do y'all hold accountable, ladies and gentlemen? Who do y'all hold accountable? Who do y'all hold accountable? That's the question. You understand me? We're in the byways, y'all. We're in the byways. Byways and the highways. But peoples, who do y'all hold accountable, y'all? You gotta hold these people in these sanctuary cities accountable, y'all, of their actions. that got y'all cities in turmoil. In turmoil like a motherfucker. You understand me? Facts, not fiction. And it's gonna get worse. When they say it's gonna get worse, so goddamn it, it's gonna get worse. You see what's happening. And like I said, I just hope Chester ain't trying to be like Philly with the teachers. You understand me? I just hope Chester ain't trying to be like Philly when it comes to the teachers. Hold on, y'all. That's all I'm hoping for. That Chester be's his own leader, not a follower. Right? Grand Rising, beloved. Grand Rising. But I'm just hoping, y'all, Chester don't follow Philadelphia. Because y'all see what's going on in Philadelphia. Nothing but turmoil. We ain't even talk about the violence and shit. Violence is everywhere. But Cheryl Parker's whole thing was everything that she said she was going to fight against is out of control. Everything. But like I said, I ain't got no dog in the fight. I ain't got no dog in the fight up Philly. I'm just talking about down here in Chester. You understand me? I'm just talking about down here in Chester. Straight up. But for those who want to know what happened to all the funding that the Senate, all of them was involved, y'all. And the Senate and all of them know that shit too, y'all. The Senate, they know that shit. They voted behind the American people back to fund these illegal migrants. And that shit backfired like a motherfucker. Because all the funding ran out. And now, businesses, establishments ain't got no choice but to shut their doors. They ain't got no funding. They blew it. They gambled, and we all gamble. And you know when you gamble, it's a price that you gotta pay. You understand me? It's a price that you gotta pay when you gamble. Sometimes you win, and sometimes you lose. And in this case, they lost like a motherfucker, y'all. They lost like a motherfucker. For the last 4 years, y'all, it was all peaches and cream with these motherfuckers, man. And these mooks. LGBT mooks. Had everything going on. Motherfucking drag queen story timeline. They had a whole bunch of mook activity going on. Funding was funded. But they ain't got no funding to keep a hospital open or keep transportation afloat along with the teachers union. They said they ain't had a strike since 1980. Shut the fuck up. Why the fuck y'all wait now? Why y'all wait now? This the street they fix, y'all, on Townsend, 3rd and Townsend. This is where we started off at, right here. We just circled around, and we showed that they finished the street, because it's running all the way down there, the Wisfist Sports Complex. So they got to make that street look tight. As far as the other streets, the major streets, we ain't gonna get into that. They did fix that street right there. That was the concern. Before it buckled and caused more damage to people's property, some people's lives, and all types of shit. But once again, peoples, you want to know where all the funding went at, why it dried up? Thanks to the people you elected that had a meeting behind y'all back. They had a meeting behind y'all back to sell y'all out. And that's what happened. You understand me? That's what happened. All that funding y'all seen these illegal migrants that y'all still out here fighting for every day. You know the ones I'm talking about? The ones that's out here capping harder for illegal migrants than anybody else. You understand me? That's where the funding went at. That's where all the funding went at. The Senate, all y'all local politicians was all involved. What's going on back here, y'all? Well, we gonna find that shit. We most definitely gonna find the shit. What's going on back here? We gonna find that shit. But like I said, ladies and gentlemen, you wanna know where all the funding went at? I'm telling y'all and I'm bringing it to y'all where all the funding, where I dried up. And all them people that was involved, your senators and governors and local politicians, that had a meeting behind y'all back to fund these illegal migrants to replace y'all, backfired. And all the funding dried up. All the funding dried up. Now they running around this bitch with their head cut off and can't blame nobody but themselves. You can't blame President Trump for all the foolishness that's going on now. That would be insane. You can't do it. It don't add up. At that time, 1 + 3 equal 2.5. God damn it! You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. This shit was right here in our face, y'all. If y'all was paying attention, and you didn't have brain fog from the jab 19. And you didn't have brain fog from the jab 19. Which claimed a lot of lives out here. And like I said, that's another topic for another time. Claimed a lot of lives out here. Facts, not fiction. Facts, not fiction. That man-made disease, right, killed a lot of people, and no one was held accountable because they protecting the players that was involved in that conspiracy. You understand me? They protecting all the players that was involved in that scheme. Because that's all it was, a scheme. Scam, scheme, whatever you want to call it. That's all it was. They gaslighted a whole lot of people to believing that it was a motherfucking disease from Wuhan, from a bat. Right? Another lie. All this shit is documented, y'all. This history, y'all. If you was out recording history, you know exactly what I'm talking about, God damn it. Because when we long gone, God damn it, they gonna be talking about this shit. The same way they did the Tuskegee experiment, and the other experiments they had going on. God damn it. They gonna talk about this shit when we long gone, God damn it. How the American people, especially niggas, was bamboozled into taking another motherfucking experiment that made them go crazy. You understand me? That made them go crazy out this motherfucker. Yeah, was sold out. And it's gonna be broadcast. They were sold out by their own officials, and yeah, it's gonna be a big thing, but it's gonna be the past. And then our kids gonna be sitting there like, wow, our peoples went through that. And then you see where slavery came from. They made this shit up, y'all. They had a fucking narrative to keep you enslaved talking about slavery. You understand me? And that's a fact, not fiction. God damn it. You wondering where the funds went at, why they dried up. Where all the funds at? We ain't got no funds for this. We ain't got no funds for that. Oh, this closing. That's closing. Well, goddamn it, when y'all was in power, y'all had enough time and resources, goddamn it, to make it happen. Y'all had a whole lot resources. Whole lot of resources, man. And y'all motherfuckers ain't do shit but sell American people out. You understand me? Sold the American people out. And that's all y'all did. Sold the American people out like crazy for dreams. Nothing but dreams and hope. Keep hope alive. God damn it. Keep hope alive. And they selling people out. You understand me? Ain't no keep no motherfucking hope alive. How does it keep hope alive? God damn it, and y'all sold everything that wasn't nailed down. You understand me? How you gonna keep hope alive and y'all sold everything that wasn't nailed down? God damn it. Sold everything. Especially niggas in their community was sold out big time. You understand me? People's in their own fucking community was sold out. Facts, not fiction. To illegal migrants that they still out here capping for. And you got niggas though. That's on the Democratic Party side. You got niggas that's out here still capping to sell their own peoples out. That's crazy. That's the crazy part. That's the part I don't like and understand, ladies and gentlemen. And y'all know it. It's right in y'all face. And y'all will turn around and just sit there and look stupid. You know why? Because it has something to do with that Jab 19. They made y'all line up and take an experiment that fogged your brain cells, goddammit. They always talk about this memory loss shit. Nah. Y'all know what y'all was pumping up in the peoples. Facts, not fiction. Half of y'all killed the American people with that experiment. If they had an episode or something like that already going on, and then here y'all come with some shit that's gonna boost that effect inside their system by 10, and whatever physical illness they got going on internally, god damn it, that jab 19 gonna bring it out. And a lot of people lost their lives, man, when they thought it was a virus going around, and they wanted you to get tested, and they stand there and stuck the motherfucking Q-tip up in your brain. Y'all notice that? When they was testing people with that experiment, they had the motherfucking Q-tips down there running them bitches up to your brain. You know what I mean? Getting tested. Getting tested alone, goddammit, made babies cry. You hear me? Brought tears to your eyes when you had to get that motherfucking test. Just of them sticking the motherfucking swab up your nose. Sticking that bitch down there up to your brain. God damn it. Facts. But now here's the ticker. What was on that Q-tip going up in your nose? All this was handed down through the CDC that we know we can't trust. What did they put on the tip of those Q-tips, y'all, when they put them shits up in your nose? Was they putting the experiment in people, ladies and gentlemen? They always say when you get some type of vaccine they come up with, like an anti-vax, they got to put that disease in the vax so your body can be resistant of it. Talk to me. Ain't that right? That's what we know. Facts. Not fiction, facts. You understand me? Facts. That anti-drug, they got to put that drug in you, that disease in you, to counter it when you catch it. Same thing with COVID. They got to put it up in you so your body can be resistant to it when you catch it. Why would you want to put an experiment in the people? That was the question that no one answered. They was too busy, part of the go along, get along game. Here, line up. You know, each person they had signed up to take that fucking experiment, they got paid. Did you know you got paid from? You was a pawn at that point. When COVID was out and they were selling people out, you was a pawn. They sold you out. Your own peoples did. Even sold the kids out and shit. Know what I mean? Kids ain't want to get no motherfucking injection. Their parents forced it on them because it was forced on them. You see how the chain reaction constantly moves, goddammit? They forced it on the parents, and the parents forced it on the kids without doing any research. Right? Now all of a sudden you got brain fog and you forget shit and all this old crazy shit. Motherfuckers out here out of control. Right? All types of shit. Through an experiment that was funded by the government and the CDC. They knew what was going on because they had a plan. They heavily invested into these illegal migrants and foreigners. That's what happened. That's what happened, peoples. They gambled and lost. And to this day, they still gonna cap and fight for them all the way to the end. They got a script that they reading from. The Democratic Party, the Hakeem Jeffers and Jasmine Crockett's and Maxine Waters and all them old motherfuckers reading from a script. God damn it. And they'll never win another election again. When it comes to that presidential election, they'll never win again, y'all. It's over. It's over for the Democratic Party as far as the presidential elections and shit like that. These little local cities and towns, Democrats, as long as it's Republicans inside the White House, these little ran Democratic cities won't get no funding. And first thing they'd do is play the blame game. But when they was in control, they was funding illegal migrants. That's what they was doing with the bread. Instead of investing into the American people, they was investing into illegal migrants to this day. Cut on your TV, they throwing Trump under the bus. It's his fault. This, that, and the third. When Trump is bringing in billions of dollars, America is hot right now. Only part of America that's not hot are these sanctuary cities. You hear me? America is popping. Only parts of America that's not popping are these sanctuary cities that's going against the grain. And that's a fact. So listen to me, peoples. When they start, your local politicians start saying, oh, y'all got to blame Trump. No. Point the finger back at them. Point 10 fingers back at them. Because they was involved with replacing you with these illegal migrants. And all the funding dried up because they was giving these motherfuckers bread, $2,100 in cash, another $2,000, $3,000 in food stamps. These motherfuckers was coming off with maybe like down there $6,000 to $8,000 a month off the American people back, funded by the Democrats when they was in power. And yet they made the American people go out here and take an experiment. To this day, they got these niggas puzzled, hypnotized, bamboozled, until they break the shackle. They ain't gonna have no choice but to break the shackles. The mentality that they had been presented with through these Democratic parties. Ever since they rolled out them jabs, man, motherfuckers ain't been the same. That's a fact. Ever since they rolled out them jabs, motherfuckers ain't been the same, y'all. And you can pretty much narrow it down to what it was. If you know your body and you've been paying attention, you ain't part of the go along, get along gang. You ain't agreeing to everything these motherfuckers say without questioning that shit. Fuck out of here. How you gonna have an opinion and I don't? Fuck out of here. Yeah, so King Trump came in and he's cleaning up. Don't worry, these little local cities and shit that still hiding these motherfucking illegal migrants, they coming. They coming. Facts.
Union?
Yes.
West Union?
Yes. You're welcome. Like I said, peoples, they coming. They coming next for these little local. They just got to get these big cities and towns, you know what I mean, under control. But they gonna bring in all types of law and all types of shit, y'all, when they clean up. That's a fact. Big time, y'all. But like I said, once again, ladies and gentlemen, reason why all the resources ran out and got sucked dry is because your local, good morning, your local politicians and everybody else was funding these illegal migrants. That's why the money ran out, y'all. You wanna know where the money went at? I'm telling y'all where the money went at. Follow the money trail and you'll find out where the money went at, y'all. Good morning, how you doing, brother? All right. Follow the money trail and y'all most definitely will come up with the answer of where it went at. And like I said, y'all, it's not hard because they was funding these illegal migrants like crazy, giving these motherfuckers down there $8 grand a month off the American people back. Now look what's happening. Local hospitals closed their doors, SEPTA closing their doors, cutting routes, teachers on strike. Who you want to blame in your own sanctuary city? Can't blame nobody but yourself. You understand me? Can't blame nobody but yourself for the foolishness y'all caused. God damn it. Now, you made your bed, lay in it, God damn it.